to silence our phones. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the City of Groton Mayor and Council meeting for Monday, June 16th. City Clerk, please call the roll.
Mayor Hedrick, Deputy Mayor Depot, Councilor Piazza, Councilor Sheffield, and Councilor Norris are present.
Okay, thank you. We have a quorum. Please stand and salute the flag. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll proceed with recognitions, awards, and memorials. I have a Juneteenth proclamation for our ceremony, and it is Juneteenth Independence Day, whereas Juneteenth is a cultural observance celebrated by African Americans commemorating the end of slavery in the United States, and whereas historically Juneteenth was widely celebrated in the African American community as Emancipation Day, commemorating the day in 1865 when an Union Army general arrived in Galveston, Texas, to share the news that the Civil War had ended and to announce the enslaved African Americans living there were free. And whereas in recent years awareness of the significance of this date for our nation's African American and Black communities has become more widespread, resulting in Juneteenth becoming a recognized state and federal holiday. And whereas Juneteenth reminds us of the horrors of our country's past, commemorates African American freedom, acknowledges the resilience and determination of African Americans who have faced injustices in our society, and pays homage to those who have paved the road to freedom in America. And whereas Juneteenth is a day to recognize and honor the contribution of African Americans in our city, state, and country, and whereas now is the time to reflect on the progress that must continue to ensure that all have equal access and opportunity to participate fully in our society. And whereas Juneteenth is marked with celebrations, picnics, and family gatherings, and is a time for reflection and rejoicing, assessment, self-improvement, and planning. Now, therefore, I, Keith Hedrick, urge the citizens of the City of Groton to join me in observing the historical significance of Juneteenth Independence Day in America. Signed, Keith Hedrick, Mayor, City of Groton. Okay, continuing on, we have the Police Department appointment. Councilor Piazza, if you would read the proclamation, or the the resolution.
That the Mayor and Council approve the appointment of Jonathan Strong as a probationary police officer, grade D, in the City of Groton Police Department, waive the residency requirement, and that the appointment be effective June 16th, 2025. I so move, sorry.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Chief, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mayor. So I know this I've been before this council a few times recently for the new faces of the police department. That is part of the cycle that we go through. The older generations of police officers leave, and the younger generations arrive. And with them come the new ideas, the new faces, the new concepts, and the new service as far as their level that they provide to the city. Tonight, we are here to present Jonathan Strong for your consideration. He has successfully completed our hiring process, testing, psychological, polygraph, and background, and we ask for you to affirm his appointment to the City of Groton Police.
Okay, I'll open the floor for discussion. Deputy Mayor Depot.
I just want to say thank you again for being willing to serve our community. The community here really values the police department, and our police, I think, have a great relationship with the community. And we just recognize the sacrifice that it is to work in public safety. And again, appreciate you for being willing to do that, and welcome aboard.
Anyone else from the council? Okay, with that, all in favor say aye.
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 Okay, motion carries unanimously. All right. Clerk Bakura.
You stand right here. Raise your right hand, please. Do you, Jonathan Strong, solemnly swear or affirm to faithfully support and defend the Constitution of the United States and Connecticut state law,
I do.
to discharge the duties of the police officer for the City of Groton Police Department in accordance with the rules of the city,
to faithfully serve its citizens and visitors with honor and integrity, to promote and maintain the public trust and adhere to the department's code of ethics. Do you assume these obligations freely, voluntarily, and without reservation? Congratulations, Officer Sproul.
Hold on. You're not done.
He's so nervous he wants to run away.
I know.
One of the experiences that police officers go through, of the many, is when they first receive their badge or shield. As we say, it is an oath of their it is a symbol of the oath of their office and a reminder of the authority and the trust that they carry as far as the community is concerned. In this case, we are going to pin John today. It'll be one of two that he receives. The second one will be at the police department. But this is a family situation, event. So we're going to ask a family member, John, to come up and present you for your first time with your badge. It's all right, don't worry about the scan. All right, cool. Mayor, if I can ask for an adjournment for 5 minutes so we can take some photographs?
Okay, we will recess the meeting for 5 minutes so that we can take pictures out in the foyer lobby. Okay, thank you. All right, we are back from recess, and I'll call the meeting back to order. We are at receipt of citizens' petitions comment. Well, wait, hold on. Were there any other recognition awards, memorials from the council? Okay, we will move on to receipt of citizens' petitions comments portion of the meeting. It's a portion of the council meeting where the council welcomes comments from citizens. To address the council, please sign a sheet on the table at the front of the meeting room. When you're recognized, please approach the podium. Clearly state your name and address. Each presentation should be limited to 5 minutes or less, and citizens should, if possible, submit emailed or written comments. Presentation should be related to matters pertinent to the city of Groton. City councilors will only ask questions in order to clarify the speaker's presentation and can respond during the responses to citizens' petitions portion of the meeting. Is there anyone signed up?
Yes, Mr. Neiman.
Okay.
Brian Neiman, 76 Allen Street. Wanted to speak on was tangential to an item on the agenda this evening. On R-25-06-55 on page 12. On the next page, at the fourth whereas, in light of Connecticut Department of Transportation's proposed roundabout at the intersections of Bridge Street and I-95 on-off ramp. I've attended the state's presentation on the bridge rehabilitation work last year. I've attended the city's workshops as far as the pedestrian bike lane proposals for that particular area. Nowhere do I recall any proposal for a roundabout at Bridge Street. I'm hoping that in the near future, the State Department of Transportation and the city will have public hearings to bring us up to speed and what will be involved if this proposal moves forward. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone online? And is there anyone else in the audience that wants to speak? We have no one else. Okay. Do you have a clarifying question or do you want to respond?
Just a response.
Okay, then I'm going to get to that.
Yeah.
So we now have response to citizens petitions comments. I'll open the floor to council. Councilor Sheffield.
Yeah, in response to Mr. Neiman, I think there should be public hearings. I think when there's a concrete, proposal that we bring to the council, and I think they'll probably have other channels first before it actually get to us, I would think. And yeah, I would totally agree that, public comment and hearings should be involved before we, go to final action regarding that. So
Okay,
that's my.
thank you. Deputy Mayor Depot.
I have a clarifying question for the mayor.
Sure.
For that project is a state project, it's a state road. Do they have to get approval from us to do a roundabout? Or what is the process there if they are going to completely change the traffic pattern? Because in my experience on state roads, we don't usually get a say.
Okay. All right, there's a lot there. Let me see if I can address that here. So, I know this was discussed at a public hearing over New London. I found, because I called the state and I said, when are you going to do a public hearing in the city of Groton to talk about this? And they said, well, we talked about it in New London. And I said, well, that would be like if you came over here and said, we're going to work on Hodges Square over in the city of Groton. People aren't going to care about that. So we have talked about it out loud here. It was not a public hearing from the state of Connecticut. That will come later. They are at a 30% design stage. We've had several meetings internal to discuss it, and we've offered feedback on pluses and minuses and those kinds of things. But the state has committed to having a public hearing here and having a public hearing over here where it matters, right? Over here in the city of Groton. So I don't know when that's going to be, but right now, they're only at the 30% phase and design phase. And the project is out at least, I think, 5 years is what they said, something like that. So you should hear something I'm going to say in the future. I'm not going to say near future because I don't think it's going to happen in the next few months. But I know Sierra's talking to them, and we've had some internal discussions. But we will have a public hearing here so that the people that are impacted, the residents and the workers that come to and from the city of Groton for Electric Boat and Pfizer have an opportunity to speak about it. So did that answer your question? Brian, did that answer or at least address
It was just something that
your concern?
came out of the blue to me.
Okay? All right. Okay, moving on to approval of the minutes, I'll take a motion to approve the special committee of the whole meeting minutes for June 2nd, 2025.
So moved.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Take a motion to approve the mayor and council meeting minutes of June 2nd, 2025.
So moved.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Are there any corrections to those minutes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries unanimously. And I'll take a motion to approve the committee of the whole meeting minutes for June 9th, 2025.
So moved.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Are there any corrections to those minutes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Okay, communications and reports. Counselor Piazza,
Nothing to report, thank you.
Counselor Sheffield.
Just noticed the basketball court is open at Washington Park. I guess Connecticut Sun brought their players to have a free clinic for the kids, and it looked like it was a very nice event, and we hope the park stays in good shape and I see the guys and girls playing tonight, so it's good to see everybody out playing hoop again down there, so I enjoyed it.
That's good. And I talked to the staff there and Jennifer Rosati, and we're looking to schedule 2 more clinics this year. And then they're trying to determine when to do it, probably one in the summer and one in the fall. That maybe as a kickoff going back to school. And then we'll start scheduling for next year.
Excellent, great.
Okay. Counselor Norris?
Yeah, I just want to say that Washington Park was absolutely amazing. I want to thank the the mayor, the deputy, Mary Hill Park and Rec Director, as well as her staff are doing an outstanding job.
Okay, thank you. Deputy Mayor Depot?
Thank you, Mayor. I attended the Connecticut Sun event at the park, and I just wanted to say, kind of echo what Councilor Norris said. I've gotten a ton of feedback in the last couple of weeks about the park, about the pickleball courts and the tennis courts and the basketball court. I know the exercise equipment, I think it's still being assembled. It's quite a few pieces up there that are still being assembled, and the playground's still being finished. But I've gotten a lot of great feedback. So again, thanks to the Parks and Rec Director for getting all those projects completed. It was a lot going on at the same time, but it kind of raised the profile of it all. And I know a lot of residents have recognized all the improvements we made. So that's all.
Okay, thank you. Committee referrals?
Oh, excuse me, Mayor, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry.
I just
City
wanted
Clerk?
to remind everyone about the parade, and if there's anybody who's walking, not walking, we need to get the registration into the town as soon as possible. So if you could let us or the mayor know, that would be fantastic.
If you could let Danny know, because we're going to get a new banner. I don't want to know if we got people walking in the parade. So, okay, moving on, committee referrals. Are there any committee referrals? Okay. The next resolution would be Deputy Mayor Depot.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution R-25-6-53. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council rescind Resolution R-92-12-153 and authorize the Director of Finance to approve all City of Groton tax refunds as recommended by the Town of Groton Tax Collector. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed at a committee of the whole. Is there any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries unanimously. Councilor Sheffield.
Resolution R-25-06-54. And I guess I gotta go down a ways.
Yeah. On page 12.
12, okay. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council accept and approve the purchasing procurement policy for the city of Groton as revised June 2nd, 2025. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Okay, motion carries unanimously. Councilor Norris? Oh, wait, you're in the car, right?
Yes, I am.
All right, do you have the ability to, never mind, I know the answer to that. I'm gonna skip you and I'm gonna have Councilor Piazza. Councilor Piazza, 55.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution R-25-06-55, therefore it be resolved that the mayor and council provisionally authorize Mayor Keith Hedrick to waive the bid process and enter into a contract with Street Plans, 5879 Sunset Drive, Suite 2, South Miami, Florida, for project management and implementation of a Bridge Street, Thames Street pilot demonstration, to install a tactical urbanism demonstration to the public right-of-way, to lead day of task assignments for all project partners, and work closely with Groton departments to undergo site preparation, install, and cleanup for a total cost of $35,000.00, to be paid from the City of Groton Economic Development fiscal year 24-25 budget. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any additional discussion? Deputy Mayor Depot.
I just want to comment, I'm not sure if I made this point in the committee of the whole, but I just want to thank the Economic Development manager for getting this into this fiscal year so that we can use up the budget that we had allocated for it, and for shifting the project due to the state's change in plans for the roadway there. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Any other comments? All in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries unanimously. Deputy Mayor Depot.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution R-25-6-56. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council approve the appointment of Eric Kuchar, 160 Shore Avenue, Groton, Connecticut, as a regular member of the Harbor Management Commission, term to expire on June 30th, 2030. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries unanimously. Councilor Sheffield.
Resolution R-25-06-57. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council approve the appointment of Eric J., 30 Hillside Avenue, Groton, Connecticut, as an alternate member of the Harbor Management Commission, term to expire on June 30th, 2030. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any additional discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries unanimously. Councilor Piazza.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution R-25-06-58, therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize and approve a donation in the amount of $1,000.00 to Groton Mystic Falcons Youth Football League, Groton, Connecticut. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. This was not brought up in the committee of the whole. We reached out to, actually, Mystic Falcons had reached out to us for a donation, but it was verbally. We required them to send a request, which you have in your packet. The information's in there. We had $2,200 left. At this point, we'll have $1,200 left for the year. If we get something between now and next week's meeting, then we'll hold a special mayor and council in order to address that. But we have reached out to some of the nonprofits who have applied in the past, and I'm waiting on responses. So, any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Okay, motion carries unanimously. Thank you. All right, I'll take a motion to enter into executive session pursuant to Connecticut General Statute 1-206 Alpha, Personnel Police Department, to include mayor and council and Chief Burt.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. We are in executive session.
Recording stopped.